Let's start.
Let's start.
Let us start then.
So, today we are talking about our high school stories.
Yes, we are talking about our high school stories. Originally, we were supposed to name this episode as our high school romances, but then we figured out it was apt only for Avik.
Yes,
So,
because I'm a very romantic guy. I have a lot of romantic stories. Okay.
See, he's bragging about it. See, Sala.
so that's why on public demand, especially on Rishabh's demand, we have renamed it to High School Stories.
Why Rishabh has zero romances?
Some things never change.
Yes.
Leave that. Okay. So since Avik has a lot of stories about about high school romances and about high school in general, I guess we should begin with Rishabh.
Okay. Yeah, I also have some romance stories, but they are a bit too intimate.
You are not
and-
any one of
no,
those
in,
stories,
yeah,
is
yeah.
it?
In some of my romantic stories, I was not involved myself, and in some of them that I was, maybe one day I will reveal. Anyways, coming to one of the interesting stories from my high school. Uh, okay, this was a phase I think from class 9 to 12. मतलब क्लास 8 तक ऐसा था कि सब मम्मी लोग बोलते थे कि अरे ऋषभ के साथ मिलो, ऋषभ के साथ खेलो, ही इज एन आइडियल स्टूडेंट, ही इज आइडियल बॉय. आफ्टर दैट, आफ्टर क्लास 8 आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड, प्यूबर्टी हिट या क्या हुआ, आई डोंट नो. Everybody was like नहीं, ऋषभ के साथ मत खेलो, ऋषभ के साथ मत घूमो. And I became very bold and brazen. It didn't affect my academics that much, but I was quite bold and brazen. So what happened in class 11 in my high school, and we had three sections, so it was like class 11 A, B, and C. I was in 11B, and at that time I got very fond of playing basketball. तो जब भी कोई free period होता था या जब भी कोई कहीं से भी कुछ भी मौका मिला, जाओ बास्केटबॉल खेलो. और मतलब we used to enjoy a lot. I remember this was my Hindi class, and I was quite good in Hindi, by the way. I scored a 90 in 2011 or 2007 CBSE. I scored a 90, and this paper used to be checked in Allahabad or something. So that was a big deal.
Stay on point. Stay on point, Rishabh, please.
Nahin,
Avik,
little
Avik
bit
has a
of
long list of stories.
little
We
bit
cannot
of
give so
bragging.
much time to your Hindi scores.
Little bit of bragging chalta hai. Anyways,
Nobody
coming back to
cares
the
about
story.
that. Nobody.
So what happened? So we were expecting कि Hindi class would be free period, but it was not. The teacher came, so I was inside not very happy because some of my other friends from other sections were already playing basketball, and in my classroom एक खिड़की था जिससे you can look at the basketball court. So I was half the time I was watching the game going on while the teacher was teaching, and so she warned me once, twice, कि Rishabh, pay attention. And third time she said, get out of the class. So I went out of the class. ठीक है. I was standing out of the class for like 2 minutes. It's very unusual for teachers to say, "Arey, get out of the class." It happened in my life like 4 or 5 times max. I was such a good student. Anyways, I was a bit bored standing outside, and I don't know what hit me. I said, "Fuck this shit," and मैं चला गया नीचे बास्केटबॉल खेलने के लिए. और मैं वहां पे जाके उनके साथ, मेरे दोस्त लोग के साथ बास्केटबॉल खेलने लगा. और स्टोरी डजंट एंड हियर. देन फिर मैं खेलते खेलते एक बार ऐसे बास्केट करने के लिए हाथ ऊपर किया बॉल को डालने के लिए बास्केट में, एंड ऊपर मैं देख रहा हूँ खिड़की से हिंदी टीचर इज लुकिंग एट मी. तो दिस वाज लाइक, एंड I was not that scared also. Okay, I then stopped playing. I went back to standing outside the class. But but उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं हुआ, और ना मेरे साथ कुछ हुआ. Well, when I still think of it today, I will even not do it, or I will not encourage them to do it. But yeah, that incident is very much embedded in my memory. मैं इतना brazenly, I wish I could be as much brazen today in my life. But anyways, so this is one interesting tidbit.
Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you. Avik, now you can go ahead.
Because I'm like raring to go, right? Well, there are like so many stories, and like I think Animesh knows like almost all of them, or like parts of them for sure. Animesh was in them, in a lot of those stories.
I was the sidekick.
Yeah, he was kind of like the sidekick from time to time. But anyway, like I'll talk about my high school relationship. Okay, I guess. So the thing was like I wouldn't like tell her real name. Let's call her Preeti for the podcast's sake. Okay.
So the real name was Niti, I guess.
No. let's not like go there. But anyway, so I think I mean till standard 10 there were like no relationships happening in the school as such. Okay, it was mostly like people hitting their puberty and like guys chasing girls. Okay, and the girls kind of like running away and like stuff like
I'm
that.
actually picturing कि लड़का भाग रहा है, लड़की उससे भाग रही। अरे लड़की saying अरे क्या हुआ, मेरे पीछे क्यों भाग रहे? अरे नहीं अभी just puberty hit किया है।
It was like that because I think like
our
guys,
school was a late 80s Bollywood movie.
Yeah, exactly. I think like guys in standard 8 or 9 when they had hit puberty they were like horny as hell. Okay, fine. They were always talking about like either
are they
or
not
women and stuff like that. Okay.
Avik, are they still not horny?
Yes, exactly.
Some of us still are. Okay, some of us still are. But anyway, so after standard 10, when people kind of moved into standard 11, relationships started forming, and it was kind of the new thing. Like there were like the couples were forming like left, right, and center, right? So I thought, okay, I'm also like a good-looking guy. I talk to a lot of women. Why don't I have a girlfriend? I should also get a girlfriend, right? So I think like
in the comment section, please tell us that if Avik was a good-looking guy or not. Okay, yeah, continue.
Yeah, I like people knew me for my nice hair. Okay, maybe not for my good looks, but my hair was quite famous.
You are so fond of your hair that you have not even shaved your beard. So
yeah, this is like yeah. So I'm going like one level up. But anyway, I digress. So I think like in one of the tuition classes, this girl and me, we kind of became good friends, and she used to study in our school, and then from standard 11 she moved to a different school. But anyway, so I asked her out, and after a day she said yes. So and boom, like one fine day I kind of discovered that I'm in a relationship, like something very, very alien. But I was quite pleased with myself that, okay, say Animesh doesn't have a girlfriend, but I have a girlfriend. Okay,
मैं score किया, Animesh के पहले score किया मैं ये.
Avik 1, Animesh 0. Okay, so anyway, but 3 months down the line, I kind of realized that this is not going to work out. And I mean, like when I just started when I kind of like began, okay, and I told Animesh about it, and Animesh was like, oh, what the fuck, dude, like like, this is definitely not going to work out. This is definitely not going to work out. And I told him, like, dude, I'm going to marry this girl. Okay, I really, really love her. I'm going to marry this girl.
This is the first instance of
this
the
was-
10,000 instances where Avik was so close to saying, I will marry this girl.
Yeah. So
And
this was-
I even gave him a date. I even gave him an expiration date. So yeah, so I told him कि देख 3 months max. 3 months, everything finished. I think like he finished it even before that. Like it didn't even last.
Yeah. So 3 months down the line, I think I kind of like, I tried to break up with the girl, but I think she was quite into the relationship, and there was a lot of emotional turmoil, and there was a lot of like, what do you call this, things back and forth and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, fine, like, let's give it another chance, like, maybe, yeah, I'm not taking this seriously, so maybe I'll take this a little more seriously. And I think, like, finally it kind of continued for another 6 more months or something, 6 to 7 more months, and then finally I had to like break up. But I would say, I mean, my ex-girlfriend, I think she was quite into the relationship, and she really loved me, and she's a very nice girl. She's still a very nice girl, although I'm not in touch with her. But yeah, I mean, that was my first relationship, and I think I didn't like handle it that well, to be honest.
If that girl is in our subscriber list and you're watching this podcast, please put a like and tell us how Avik was a big asshole.
Yeah. I think
Thanks for that idea. You should forward this episode to her.
Exactly. We can somehow, like, I can like, like, open my lines of communication with her, and I can, like, like, ask her to subscribe and watch this episode. Yeah, but anyway, but that was like my first.
Avik, if you can ask like around 50% of all your exes to subscribe, then Bhandu might not need to look for a job anymore.
Okay.
Very
That
nice.
was-
Very
Good
nice
story,
Avik.
Good story. Now, Animesh.
Man, okay, so it's kind of difficult to come up with a story from high school, because the moment you think of high school, it conjures up such a lot of memories. It's very difficult to
Hey,
like,
this is not Oxford
get
debate.
one down.
Please speak in normal English.
So when I think of school, this particular incident comes to my mind. This is class 9. I'm sitting in an examination hall, and it's the history exam. Okay. And I was very good at history. And I remember I used to write all these lofty answers to all these questions, and usually I was one of those guys, at least during the history exam, who would ask for a lot of extra sheets, and my answer booklet would be like really thick compared to others. So it's a 3-hour examination. I guess it was at the end of it, maybe half an hour or 45 minutes left during for the rest of the exam. And the guy behind me, actually he was not behind me, he was actually what you say, he was on my
In
neighboring
another
column.
row.
Yeah, he was in a neighboring row, and in between there were like guys from a lower class. So I was in class 9, we were alternated by class 8 guys, and after that
We do not support class discrimination or discrimination by creed, ethnicity, or caste. Yes.
Yeah, but you do support discrimination based on class.
No. So,
Anyway, so that now that guy is he was one of my closest friends during school. So he asks me for an answer to a question. And you can't just tell a one line or one word answer to a history question, right? So I show him my sheet. Okay, take a look as hard, like look as hard as you can and copy as fast as you can. But obviously that I don't have enough time to like keep pointing it towards him, and it's too dangerous for him to keep copying it like that. So what we did is sometimes we did do that, but it was extremely risky. It was very scary. And what happened is I gave him the answer sheet to him. I handed over my answer sheet to him so that he can copy directly from that while I can continue to write my own answers, right? Now the problem was the sheet I gave him was my main answer sheet. So the initial answer sheet that you got was like the thickest one, and all the extra sheets that you used to get from them was the like a 2-page or a 4-page one. So it was quite thin. So I gave him my main booklet, and that reduced my size considerably low. So at that point of time, I have a really thin answer script. And at that moment of time, in walks our headmistress. For some random thing, she's like chats a little with the teacher who was in charge, who was there in our examination hall, and then swerves and directly look towards me and then my answer script. She takes a look at other answer scripts and then to mine. My answer script is unreasonably thin. मेरा फट गया. ठीक है. I thought, shit man, I'm like gone today. I'm gone. ठीक है. मेरे से भी ज्यादा उस लड़के का फट रहा था. ठीक है. मैं नीचे मुंडी करके ने एक बार उसकी तरफ देखा कि to see what's is up to. ठीक है. वो भी एकदम जितना हो सके हाथ से प्रेस कर रहा है आंसर स्क्रिप्ट की, लेकिन मैं पतला बना दूंगा भाई. प्रेशर बाय जस्ट प्रेशर ऑफ माय हैंड आई विल मेक द आंसर स्क्रिप्ट पतला. ठीक है. एंड I'm almost frozen. ठीक है. मेरा हाथ चल नहीं रहा है. Shit. अब आके she will ask me to like present my answer script. She will discover that the main answer script is missing. Then she'll move over to that side. Oh man, fuck, I'm gone. ठीक है. That is what I'm thinking. But very surprisingly, she takes a cold, hard look and then just walks off. ठीक है. Then she just walks off. ठीक है. इतना damn like जोर का बचा, and I think that is the last time ever I did that. उसके बाद I never could get the courage to like hand over answer scripts again. That was the last time. So that is something that मतलब वो इतना left such a mark on my brain that like I still remember it vividly, and I thank God कि भाई बच गया मैं. Yeah, so that's one of the stories.
Interesting.
A very high lack of any romantic element, but still.
Yeah, that's fair.
The thing which saved you, I think, was your reputation, which also helped me in one of similar cases, not cheating cases, but in some other case, some guy did some shit. I generally didn't used to do shit, but मैं उसको थोड़ा सा कुछ उस टाइम पे ऐसे हल्का सा हेल्प किया था. बट टीचर डिडंट बिलीव कि मैं हेल्प किया था और मैं बच गया था उसके कारण. Sometimes reputation comes to your rescue if you are in general a good student or reputation ठीक है.
I have a similar story to tell, and I'll call this story the story of the helicopter sheets. Okay.
My God,
Okay.
it's like a storytelling session in a
Okay.
literature
Okay.
festival. Oh my God, yeah. Yes, my Ruskin Bond. I want to hear the helicopter story.
I thought in middle of the story, Dhoni somehow comes in and like.
So basically, what happened? Yeah. So this also happened in Standard 9, and me and this other guy. So the guy who usually sat behind me during examinations was Biplab, also known as BP. So me and BP, we were quite all right in mathematics, but sometimes the mathematics papers were like kind of long. Okay. So what we did was like I started from the last question and BP started from the first question. So what happened was like, okay, the last 10 questions, we kind of like, okay, we kind of like showed each other. Yeah. And the mode of exchange was through like exchange of sheets. So anyway, but the problem was I was a little slow. So this happened like during one of this maths exam. I mean, like BP's sheets are like with me. I'm like copying. The last, I think the invigilator is like asking us to like put the sheets together, staple them, all those things. And BP is like poking me from behind, like, hey, give my sheets back, give my sheets back, give my sheets back. And I'm like, 1 minute, I'm almost done, dude. Like, almost crossed 90. I just 5 more marks left, almost done. Okay, and it's like the time is
Now,
almost.
this is sorry to interject, but this is the statement I use. Like if some shit happens in my life, and I'm thinking that इससे बुरा तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता, then another bigger shit happens, and I'm like, give my shit back, give my shit back.
So yeah, back to the story. So now,
Yeah.
so the time is almost coming to an end, and Biplab is literally like kind of like shaking me from behind. And then somehow I kind of like take his sheet out and throw it to him. Okay. And well, I'm also a little nervous, and instead of like the sheet kind of like goes back and goes up, okay, towards the ceiling. Okay. And then it kind of starts rotating and slowly it comes down to the ground.
Okay. Sorry for another lame joke, but shit did just hit the ceiling.
Exactly. Literally. So, and the entire class is like looking towards that. The invigilator is looking towards that. Okay. And we are kind of like, okay, we are done. Okay. We are going to fail this paper and we are going to get dragged off to the principal's office, whatever. Shit like that. But somehow the invigilator turned out to be a very cool person and he just let it go. He looked at it, he smiled and he let it go. Okay. And like both of us got, I think Biplab got 95 and I got 94. So our asses got saved. We got whatever marks we deserved. And yeah, but I think the fact that saved us was our reputation because we were good students and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are such reputed group of people here in this podcast. Oh my god. Our combined reputation rivals that of Donald Trump now, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Like we would make perfect politicians.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great reputations and like the most corrupt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a nice story. I remember another story involving Avik, but I'll need help from Avik to complete this story. So this is like class 11. No, sorry, class 12, and it's physics class. Okay, a very puny teacher used to take our physics class. Okay, and she was like, how to put it? She was not the most interesting or a good teacher per se. So needless to say, she would have a very difficult time trying to contain or even to trying to get the attention of the whole class.
Yeah.
So one random day like this, nobody's listening to what she's teaching or what she's trying to say. Everybody's like doing their own thing. People are doing their own, studying their own stuff. They're talking about shit. Like the class is a mess. She suddenly loses her cool and she starts going through everybody's copy. Like, have you taken my notes? Have you taken my notes? What have you written? What have you written? And most people have not written or taken down anything, whatever she has written. So she's like, I'll take your copy to the principal. I'll take your copy to the principal. Okay. So that way she's like repeatedly taking everybody's copy. So she comes to my and Avik's bench. We used to sit together. as obviously we had not written anything. We even couldn't find out anybody who had, so that we could have copied something. Okay, so nobody had written anything. So we were just like sitting there like lame ducks. She came, she took our copies, and long story short, in a little more time, we are all standing outside the class, and that teacher is making a huge fuss over like, these are like the devils of my class, they don't listen, they disturb me, and all those things. And just very coincidentally, our principal happened to come in that corridor, in that specific corridor. Okay, and like all of us standing outside the class, and
before that
again coincidentally,
I think before the principal came, we were like standing outside for quite a few periods, I think, and we were like really taking it nicely, and we were taking it easy, and we were like joking around. We were standing outside the class, and we were like kind of joking with the other sections, because people from the other classes could see us as well. Okay, so we were not what you call, I think not, we were quite calm and relaxed and stuff, and suddenly the principal came along, and the atmosphere kind of turned around, right? Yeah, so our moods, and we kind of like, yeah.
I don't think I was that calm or anything, because I had that thing that anybody can walk at any moment of time, and they will see our faces, and we have all such good reputations, it will go to waste. And I don't think we were standing there like for a long time. We
Quite
were
a
just
few-
standing
quite a
there
few.
for a fairly short time.
No, quite a few.
No, not a few periods.
मतलब
No.
because
आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स अनिमेश स्टिल नहीं मैं ज्यादा देर मेरे को क्लास के बाहर नहीं खड़ा किया नहीं मैं अच्छा स्टूडेंट
No,
हूँ ये
because
कैसे
because
ऐसे
actually
कैसे
I don't remember that part.
Because-
maybe we were standing. I'm not sure.
Because
So-
I think Shomrat was also there with us. Okay, and okay, Shomrat was also there. Shomrat was the first boy. Okay, anyway, so Shomrat was also there with us, and like for the very first time, Shomrat was also quite relaxed. Okay, like, okay, I'm here, and like no one's going to get, like, this is not going to get very far. So after a while, we are going to go into the class, and everything should be fine.
So now coincidentally, Avik happens to be the first guy in that whole line of like around 15 students standing outside. Okay, 15 or 20 maybe, a lot of students. So the principal comes, and even before he knows why we are standing outside or what, he comes, and Avik, you can sit and take away the rest.
So the principal, I would say this out loud, he was an asshole. Okay, he was a big asshole. Okay,
you're not getting invited to
and he
alumni
was-
meet when you get famous
He's also not there with the school anymore. So anyway, so no
Okay,
one
then
cares.
it's fine.
And now he's like, everyone knows that he's an asshole. But anyway, so, and I think he just wanted to beat up people. Okay, he came up there. He I think he saw us standing outside the class from the ground floor, and he just wanted to beat up people. Okay, and he came up, and I was the first in the group. क्या किया रे तू है ना तू, and he kind of like slapped me so hard, and I like he was back then, he was in his like late 50s or early 60s, something like that. Okay, but I couldn't imagine that he's still so powerful. I mean, he was so powerful. He kind of he slapped me, and I kind of started seeing like stars. Okay, and I think the people behind me, they were like, fuck. we are getting like got that one slap, and that's it. Okay, and the rest of the people got saved. So I was the balika bakra.
You took one
the
for the team,
scapegoat.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, I took one
Yes.
for the team.
We should give you
Exactly.
a standing ovation. Like, I remember, because I was the one standing right next to Avik. So he struts in, exactly, he says something like that, "Hey, kya chal raha?" And then he like slaps the living daylights out of Avik. Like, the sound reverberated around the corridor.
Yeah.
And I know Avik is
it was a thump. Okay.
yeah.
Boom.
And Avik is a stocky guy, okay? Like he was thrown to the wall, almost.
Yeah, I almost like staggered forward, like
Yeah. I was like, oh fuck. मतलब, आज तो गए. And thankfully, like, he just stopped. मतलब, that was his entire power of the day. And like, अब कल. Okay, so yeah, that was another story from our school. Rishabh, do you have any more?
I have a similar story, and it also is from my years of brazenness and boldness. It was in, I think, class 12 this time. And again, for some reason, we were making a lot of noise. And in our school, हम लोग का ऐसा सिस्टम था कि बहुत सारे टीचर थे हर सब्जेक्ट में, and there was this one class teacher who was like the responsible for that entire class. So she would do like parent teacher meeting things and those kind of stuff or whatever. So the class teacher is like one level above the other teachers. So what it was class teacher's class, so we were attending and we were making a lot of noise, everybody, and she asked us to stand, like, okay, she was totally fed up कि भाई तुम लोग चूतिए हो, तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो, सब खड़े हो जाओ, ठीक है. And we were all standing up and nobody was giving any fuck, and she was like, okay, now if you shout anymore or if you make any more noise, either I will go out or either you all will go out. और
This is a standard dialogue.
हाँ,
This
this
is a
is a standard
dialogue.
dialogue. हाँ, ठीक है. मेरे को नहीं पता, and I still today I'm not proud of it. हाँ. I still regret that I said this. I don't know what happened inside me, and in the entire class there were a lot of reputed people for, not reputed for actual reputation, like for doing shitty stuff and for being naughty or whatever. Nobody said anything. I suddenly said, ma'am, you get out. Or you go out, something like that. ठीक है. Even after I uttered those words, I was like shell shocked कि मैं क्या बोल दिया, ठीक है. And entire class was looking at me कि my God, Rishabh said this. क्या हुआ, इसके अंदर कोई माता वाता आ गई है क्या, मतलब what the fuck just happened? And also there were some girls who one of them I used to like, and they were like, इतना confidence ऋषभ के अंदर, oh my God.
Rishabh became the lady killer and the teacher killer the same day.
At the same time. And I was like, अब मैं गया, अब मेरा लगने वाला है, this is like parent call होने वाला है, मैं क्या करूँगा नहीं पता. I don't know, for some reason, maybe the teacher was also shocked that one of her favorite students was saying this to her. She just looked at me, and after some time she left. ठीक है, तो what I actually said happened.
I hope she did not like walk off and jump off the building or something.
I don't. After some time she.
What about repercussions? Like what
No,
happened
I'm
after
going
that?
into that. I'm going to that.
Okay.
And after that, she just
She
left,
still
and I
goes to
felt
therapy.
And after that I felt so bad, कि भाई, और मतलब ये एक टीचर है जो मेरे को बहुत पसंद करती है, और ये कुछ मतलब she didn't do any like shitty stuff. हाँ, she just said that, oh, all of you are making noise, please don't make normal stuff. और मैं इतना ज़्यादा उसके ऊपर harsh हुआ, और even what I said was not good. So I was totally like immersed in guilt and everything. So after, I think, towards the end of that day, when we had to, like, the school was closing, I went to the staff room and I personally apologized, said sorry ma'am, this, that, blah blah. But but between me saying sorry and this event happening, it, for good 1 or 2 hours, no consequences were, like, there was no repercussions as such. So yeah, this is another example of my ultra brazenness. But I was not very proud of this.
Okay. So, it was nice story, Rishabh. I did not know about this side of you, but or maybe I did. I have seen this brazenness come out sometimes. But anyways, thanks.
I would like to hear about that. क्योंकि मेरे को खुद को नहीं पता. Maybe in offline.
Yeah. And now we will actually talk about that on the podcast itself someday when we talk about our college
Okay.
stories. But today it was school
Yeah.
stories, and that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice podcast. So I hope, guys, viewers who saw this, I hope you guys liked it. And if you would like to have us continue doing all this kind of stuff, please subscribe to us, like, and if you have got any questions or you would like to share your own stories from your school, please hit us in the comments below. And thanks again for joining us. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.